Supergirl is cooked, alright? But I don't blame her. She murdered the Monitor in cold blood after a fit of rage. This larger-than-life being was the hero's only hope to defeating the Anti-Monitor, and she ruined it. So it makes sense why she's cooked, and makes it her mission to save all of existence in the end of Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3. She's the only hero that I actually cared about in this movie, since we see a transformation in her character. Everybody else I didn't really care, and honestly couldn't differentiate the heroes from distinct worlds. Honestly, I didn't know what was going on until towards the third act, when things started to get a little more coherent and actually entertaining to watch. But I was mostly just confused, to be honest. Like, I didn't know what was going on. This movie feels bland and the characters distant, like all of the movies in Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1 and Part 2. I can't tell the difference between the two Supermen, and I can't tell which character I should be focusing on. There's too many heroes, and I didn't connect with any of them. Even in a movie like, let's say, The Suicide Squad, where there's a ton of superheroes we are getting introduced to for the first time, we get to see each character's vulnerabilities, and we connect to them on some level. Some characters even stand out more than others. In Part 3 of Crisis on Infinite Earths, every superhero seems the same to me. I can't tell the difference. I will say one thing though, seeing a dinosaur stampede and Wonder Woman riding a T-Rex was awesome to watch. Just pure awesomeness and destruction, brother. Now, is it just me, or are these DC animated movies getting darker and darker? The way Lex Luthor tortures Psycho Clown was unnecessary and way too greedy. What happened to the lighthearted yet emotionally mature tone of the Justice League show? Like, they did not have to go that hard. It's not a war film, it's just a superhero movie. Like, chill out. You're not that guy, Lex. You're not that guy.
I'm the guy.
Like, no one is watching that movie and going, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to see in a superhero movie. No, they're thinking, what the f? I also enjoyed how they tied together the DC AMU and previous movies into this epic conclusion of the final crisis. Like that scene in Warworld where Conan the Barbarian Batman sees Barry out of nowhere, or John Constantine from the DC AMU, or even cameos for Super Friends, or the Batman the Animated Series that featured an awesome tip-of-the-hat moment to the late, great Kevin Conroy. But the thing about this movie is that a lot happens and I didn't give a f. Black Canary's mom dies and I didn't care. Aquaman died, I didn't care. It's like this movie expects you to think these deaths are what the F moments, but they're just characters who I know are going to be replaced by themselves in different universes. Also, I didn't have any special connection to any of these characters, so they could all die for all I cared. Obliterated into nothingness by the Anti-Monitor. Supergirl does the ultimate sacrifice towards the end of the movie. It's just awesome the way she's glowing, like, you go, girl. But she's just radiating pure power when she absorbed the sun and destroyed the Anti-Monitor. She was really the only character where I felt something when she died. And it makes sense because there was an arc to her story. In Part 2, we see her go from innocent Kryptonian refugee to superhero, then murderer, and then her redemption in this movie. It's the character with whom we've seen transform the most. And that's why I enjoyed when she was on screen. Constantine, on the other hand, messed up. He destroyed the multiverse and he killed baby Darkseid. I mean, come on, like, look how cute the guy is. You're not that guy, John Constantine. You're not that guy.
I'm the guy.
I don't know what happened in the end, to be honest. I'm not even gonna try to explain it because I just didn't understand it. I was confused, and I encourage you to watch it and explain it to me in the comments below. I don't know if these movies are comic accurate, but it was successful in rebooting the Tomorrowverse. So now there's probably going to be a new DC animated universe. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. I'll be posting more videos like this one. Before I go, this is just a reminder that if you're going through a hard time, there's going to be better moments. I know it sounds cliche, but things don't stay constant. Life is about ups and downs, and when life feels down, just know there's going to be a higher moment at some point. I'm going through a real low moment these past few days, the past few months, to be honest, and I'm trying my best. I'm doing everything in my power to get myself out of this rut. And if I can do it, I'm sure you can too. Let's do it together. My name is Lex, and
I call it a happy accident.
Pull up in that mask where you just want some fanfare. These days humble come rare. Flashy looks people stare. You're so lost like tears in rain. Run your mouth, you're still in chains. Useless, you should be ashamed. Crying like a kid in pain. Real power lies in shadows. You fake